Greetings, Internet. It is I, Dark Mage, and welcome to Skull Development in C++ on Linux. Skull is a upcoming side-scrolling shoot-'em-up in the same style of games such as Gradius, or Gradius, however you fucking pronounce that. Before we get started here, I'm gonna get us rolling with some music, give people time to join up, and have a nice little intro here. Everything that you see on the screen, except for the text, is generated by my game engine, my game that I'm writing in libsdl and C++. So sit back, relax, ask questions, comment, join us on Twitch to participate in on-screen chat. And I will get some music rolling. Please enjoy some of my personal music tunes. Right. Alrighty. Let's fucking go. Well, I still can. Anyone who was paying attention would have noticed a bug in the timer in the top right. It's not scaling to fit the actual number of numbers that might be in there, right? So we got to fix that. Let's see what's next. Getting my keyboard right here. These are good tracks. I did these a long time ago. So in the top left, there's a timer, right? Since last time I streamed, I actually have temporarily disabled the spawning of any enemies for a little while. And you notice over here in the top left that we got this countdown or count up timer. It's like how long the game or this particular playthrough has been running, right? And it's got a bit of a bug in it. Once it gets past 10 minutes, it pushes one of the second numbers off into invisible land. So we gotta find a way to fix that. So let's take a look at some of that code. Load stopwatch text. So this runs like every second, but maybe even more than that. But every time load stopwatch text called, which I believe it's every frame actually, is suboptimal, but it works kind of. SDL get tick 64 minus game begin time is how we calculate the total number of milliseconds that the game has been running. And all we do simply after that is just kind of parse it out into its seconds and minutes, right? One thing that you might notice is that I do not have a padding for the stopwatch text at this point. Now, one of the problems here is that the bounding box for the timer texture is at the moment not like auto updating itself in order to compensate for any additional numbers once we get past, into 10 minutes and up, right? So let's think about this. This is a real simple problem to solve in the grand scheme. So let's take a look at what we actually instantiate the stopwatch text with to begin with. I actually pre-populate it with a hard-coded string that says stopwatch text. But then we load stopwatch text. During the init, and we don't ever call it again after that. So actually, if you die, how long has the game been running? It's a question of, is this calculating the total time that the game's been run, or are we just simply tracking like how long they've played this round? Because one is not the other, and if we're not ever resetting or reloading that value when the game, inits, for instance, we might want to actually do that. We might want to load stopwatch text at that point, because we actually specify the stopwatch texture source and destination in functions init texture stopwatch recs. I know I said that backwards, but whatever. And that's it. So this gets called by something, right? Init texture recs, stopwatch texture recs. This gets called this gets called in the main. Yeah. So we actually only ever init the rect once. So to fix it, we would have to get the width of the texture on generation and then store that in the stopwatch texture recs, because we're actually relying upon this data structure in order to specify the bounding box for the timer. So let's go back to init and take a look at here, because here we're pulling something called m width and m height, and actually this would be inaccurate at this point. What is m width? That's -1. Yeah, we don't ever... I think we might not even be using it anymore. Oh, no. Okay, no. It gets set on load stopwatch text. So for this to work, actually what we can do is take init stopwatch texture recs, which grabs from the that sets up everything correctly, assuming that m width has been set. And m width, which honestly the way I'm doing this is really silly, and I'll have to kind of restructure it a bit in the near future, but m width is set when we've successfully called load stopwatch text. So if we called this first and then we loaded, or like we updated the texture rectangle based off of that, then we'd be able to just trust that it would always properly resize itself. So, and testing this is going to take at least 10 minutes once we actually get it in. So, let me check my chats real fast. No chats, that's okay. Appreciate everyone who is watching and supporting. Because even if y'all don't watch live, people are definitely watching on YouTube. So let's take a look at main and make sure that we actually call load stopwatch text before we init the recs for them. No. Okay. That wasn't... No, okay, this is just declarations. Init stopwatch texture recs does get called after that. So that's good. But we're going to have to end up calling this at the end of load stopwatch text anyway. So let's get to the end of load stopwatch text, and once it's actually been assigned, we would simply call this function. And since I don't necessarily want to call a whole function for that, in the middle, we just go back here, paste over that code, comment that out. I'm going to break this up into multiple lines. The meaning is still the same, so no worries there. Okay, it didn't build, of course, because we have to extern and actually, we could even circumvent the whole reference to mwidth and mheight here, assuming it's not used anywhere else, which I don't think it is, and just say stopwatch surface pointing to that. And then stopwatch surface pointing to that. Wait, I saved. Okay, it built. Sweet. So do we run it? I believe we actually have a full different font for the timer, so I want to make it bigger. Okay, so it relies upon the global font. So we probably want, if we wanted to like separate it out, we should probably define another font for specifically the stopwatch. Because then I can just do something like this, comment that out, and then I could say stopwatch font, and everything would still work just exact as it did before. So let's do that. Now we have stopwatch font, and we're going to need to load that in init. Init fonts, game over font, and then let's do constant stopwatch font size. Stopwatch font, if stopwatch font. Uh, Stopwatch font size will just be half of game over, so it'll be big, but not so big that we can't see it. Um, Naturally, we have to uh what broke? Oh, we never. No, we did. Uh, right, we're gonna rebuild and see that it wasn't like a cached object problem. Every so often, we do run into that. Yeah, we still aired. Uh, Load 138. Oh, right, we never pulled it over here. All right. Okay, it built, so we should have a much bigger timer now. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. So we should observe that the timer is not going to cut off any digits anymore because it's constantly updating the value at that location for the bounding box. Now, we might be able to speed this up a bit. I said previously that it was going to take 10 minutes to test, but we will also have to, before anything else, close it when we're done using it. So game begin time, right? We started off at 0, and whenever we start the game, we actually are grabbing a snapshot. So we're not actually storing how long the game has ran so much as we are storing the game began time, right? And then calculating how long is the game been running. So, So when you die and an init game vars gets called again, we take another snapshot of where you were at. So we could just cheat a little bit for testing sake and then add like 10 times this. And there you go. So just to prove that it works, we'll do 9 minutes, wait a minute for it to hit the rollover mark, and then observe that the texture rectangle, or the destination rectangle, or rather source destination transfer, now conforms to the increased size in the number of digits. Really, I'm gonna have to like re-engineer how I do text, because there are definitely going to be like performance issues related if I end up having to display a ton of things. It's good that for the debug panel, we can turn things on and off. But what about things that are going to be persistent on screen for a while? All right, so let's wait the whole minute. I suppose we could do some music. All right. It looks like it definitely updated itself. And just to prove that it scales properly, let's do 100 minutes. If for some god-awful reason you happen to be playing my game for this long, props on you. Alright, looks good. Now let's watch the transition from 99 to 100. And we can even do something kind of ridiculous and fun right now. Being able to dynamically resize things like this feels so good. "30 seconds until..." Transition coming. Here we go. Boom. There you go. Headshot. Text color.
My life is RPG, max level, now I'm on a quest to put a rap game under extreme duress, including you, Will. I can tell you're stressed, afraid you will fall to my empirical conquest. Lord of the grave, well, I'm lord of all space-time, uber pirate, ninja wizard, lizard, criminal mastermind. Wanna be a bitch, then call me a bastard, fine. I've got a contract that I know you will definitely sign, because you probably saw this coming. Yeah, I'm fucking Satan. Pretty soon everyone around the world's gonna start hating, because deep down you know U equals masturbation. I'm just a mathematician and I form these equations.
Oh, nice. My white noise file. Nice. Y'all get to hear what I go to sleep to every night. Where were we? Oh yeah. So we're just fucking around and making a red one now. Oh, it's small, but it looks nice. These are things that need to be passed in from a JSON. It would be really cool to dynamically change the text color on the fly every so often. Or to like select random colors and change them, you know. So we're getting pretty close to having nothing else to do but put in the next enemy or decide on other objects to put in the game and fine-tune the number of power-ups you can collect and which ones actually spawn and when. What next? Coffee. Ooh. Oh, just popped something fierce there. Let's think. We fixed that, so what's our message here? I fixed it's wrecked. Wrecked him. Damn near killed him. Butt chugging. I hope I get more opportunities to make y'all laugh. All right, everything built. It's great. All right, we got something done there. Hell yeah. Time to quit work for the day. Just kidding. Now, let's verify that we can spawn eyeballs from the left or the right, because either way, the next step is going to be finding a way to implement hit points so that it takes multiple knives to actually kill an enemy. So in our init, I've turned off a lot of the spawn generator calls. Well, let's say we wanted to spawn an eyeball from the right side of the screen, moving towards you. There it is. These are always going to spawn in the same location. These are hard-coded, though. So let's try it from the left. Okay, no, it's hard-coded. I gotta scratch my ears. Oh god, that feels good. Oh yeah. Actually, I think this is hard-coded into update generator. Yeah, we're just hard specifying that in there right now. If we were to do something similar as to what we're doing here, we would switch on case statement and break, and then we case there and break. And because we already have the right side written, we can actually just copy or cut, paste. Pull this out. Copy this over. And let's go. Uh-oh. They're spawning a bit too far outside. Oh, and this one's heading in the wrong direction entirely. Oh, it says bat texture. It should say eyeball texture. Sorry for the loud dogs. I'm gonna mute microphone. Oh god. Sorry about that. I didn't even have a chance to put BRB up. I'm gonna have to step away again to let the dogs back in. But let's do what we can here. Not get distracted. Try to finish. This should work. There we go. So now shit's about to get real crazy because I go back into my init. We turn on spawn bat. Now we're not using groups. Uh-oh. Eyeballs are spawning faster. Now they're spawning real fast. Look at that. We haven't picked up enough power-ups. Fuck. I'll be right back. We got that fixed at least, though. Okay, we're back. Let's ooh, look at that over there. Um God damn. That's a lot of fucking eyeballs. Will we be able to survive? Let's find out. Oh no, I'd fucked up immediately. God damn it. Uh Fuck. Okay. Well, that's all right. Um that was a fun little experiment though. So 5 seconds in, there's a eyeball that spawns, and then they spawn. Actually, pretty fucking fast here, it seems like. All right. Let's work on HP. Oh yeah, game begin time. Oh wait, no, over in the load text. All right, game begin time. Ooh, big cracks. Ooh yeah. Ooh. We don't actually have to track max health for enemies because whatever their hit points get set at, um, whenever there's a newly spawned enemy, busy Gus. Hey, buddy. Say hi to the internet. I'm trying to work, Right, so we have a hit points map now. We could also move over player health to that map. But first, let's handle the eyeballs and then the bats. Now let's go over to our update because we're adding hit points for bats and eyeballs now. If we wanted to test it, we could make it 4. So now over in the update, if a knife collides with an enemy, right here, right here, so hit points of any ID minus minus. If hit points of enemy is less than or equal to 0, move that stuff over. All right. 1, 2. Okay, that didn't work. Huh. All right, let's fix that delay on a knit. Okay, it's getting killed in one shot. Those should be 4 HP. Yeah, it says 4 HP. So, why is it getting killed immediately? Unless the object code never properly updated. Oh, what? Oh, wow. Hold on. What the actual fuck? The, oh, wait. Oh, okay, I get it. We gotta actually do this. We have to mark the knife for deletion immediately. Because otherwise, everything else, like, it'll continue to get triggered until HP is less than 0. Um, but we want the knife back in our inventory as soon as it is marked for deletion. And in this case, because if is marked deletion, that's always gonna be true. We can get rid of that. We make sure never to increment past the number of knives that we are able to hold. And now we should have 4 required hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shit. Ooh-wee. Now, just for fun, right? I want to see what happens if when we spawn the eyeball. um so a lot of this can be pulled into another function. That way it's not so big. What if we wanted it to be twice as big? Oh, sick. We're gonna have to update the position where the soul shard spawns from because it's no longer centered. Um, this should correct the position because if we have a soul shard being spawned for an eyeball that's twice the size, it's not the correct location. Uh, something's not quite right here. Yeah, this is the only place where we're actually calling that. Oh. We need to be calling it with X and then Y. Too far. Uh, okay, that looks better. I need some way to indicate that the enemy is getting hit. I also need some way to indicate when the player gets damaged, too. Cooldown every 8 seconds. Ooh wee. Let's go. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to spawn both eyeballs and that. Uh, ooh, shit's getting intense. Oh, fuck. Shit's getting out of control, man. Oh, we never reset knife extra. Oh, total knives. Okay, wait. What the fuck? Power-ups collected. We're not actually clearing that, are we? That's what I thought. All right, so that should fix that bug. So when we die after picking up a extra knife power up, that's an amplitude power up. I believe I have a kolache in the oven for me. All right. Now you can kind of take out an eyeball with two shots instead of four, showing that the HP system now works perfectly. But we're only really checking it for, well, no, I believe this is generic enough that it works for all enemies. All right, everything's reset. That's good. This makes a great checkpoint for today. Or for right now, anyway, I should say. All right. How about let's take a break for a while? I go off stream and enjoy that wonderful feeling of progress I just made. Thank you for joining, as usual. And until next time, Evil Dojo 666. You know what to do. Smash that like button and all that other shit. Follow me on everything.